Hi, I'm Allana Verde, and this is Media Spotlight UK.
This is Billz from Media Spotlight UK. I'm back. It's been a while. Come back from a very good holiday, needed deserved break, but I'm back in action. And right now, I've got a beautiful singer sitting next to me. I've got Allana Verde. How are you doing, darling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Who the fuck is this? Ringing you at 3:43 in the morning. Bitches calling, check the warning. If she bothers you again, I'ma bring more than the call to an end. I've never been a home wrecker, so would I let a hoe wreck this? No, never. Cause I'm a go-getter. Don't make me go get her. Cause if I get a bitch, she's gonna wish you never met her.
So you're born in London originally,
Yes.
but you're always going back and forth to New Jersey?
New Jersey, New York.
Okay,
yeah.
so a crossover of
Yeah.
those two parts.
Yeah.
Now, what I wanted to find out, because as we were saying off camera, that I've just come back from Canada.
Yeah.
And the main thing that I see the major difference music-wise is that there's a cultural difference completely. For you, when you go over to New Jersey and New York,
Yeah.
is there a distinct difference in terms of the sounds that we produce over here compared to over there? Like, what's the difference from what you hear?
I would say, just from what I've heard, it's very like trap. That trap sound is like really big right now.
Yeah.
Like hip hop, like Cardi B.
Oh, yes, she's hot on the fire right now.
Yeah. I quite like her stuff.
So, like from your music that I've heard, a lot of it seems to stem from like, you know, you just come out of like a tumultuous relationship, like being emotional, like gaining back confidence, feeling empowered and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for you, was music the main way of venting out where no other forms can be expressed?
Well, yeah. I mean, it may sound cheesy, but it really did save me. Because at one point I didn't even feel like, not that I didn't want to do music, I felt like I couldn't do music. Like I just shut down completely. Like I wasn't social anymore. Like I didn't want to go out with friends. Yeah, I guess I like spiraled down a really dark hole. And then I guess music for me became like therapy. So yeah, it was like my outlet.
So so if you can't really talk to someone, music was the main way of expressing yourself in that sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Now I came across like one of your influences was Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Now a legend, rest in peace to her. Now what I found is that, you know, she's very raw with energy. We knew that from, you know, having a legendary career. You know, as what you just mentioned a minute ago, like venting out in music that she did as well. How would you compare sort of her energy to what you're trying to bring out in terms of your energy? Because it's kind of similar from what I'm gathering that, you know, you're venting out your frustrations in music as did she.
Well, she had, I guess, like this really raw passion. It was very soulful. I guess, yeah, it's kind of similar to me. Like you said, I mean, it's pain in the music, and she was like very dedicated to trying to portray that through music. Yeah.
Move your body close to me, put your hands all over me, that's how it's supposed to be. Move your body close to me, I'll beg you for it on my knees, tell me that you want me, please.
So speaking of influences, like you are heavily within like 90s R&B influence, which as I was explaining off camera, that's the type of music I was listening to.
Yeah.
Now, what I figured is like your energy is raw. You know what you bring out. Now, with that influence in music, like So Into You, like the cover, I got to talk into that. As we said on camera, that as soon as I heard that put me in a nostalgic feeling altogether. Now, what I wanted to ask is, do you feel that R&B now is progressing through, you know, as it should be progressing, or do you feel that it's kind of lost its roots from where it stems from, and are you trying to bring that sort of raw 90s R&B back?
I think with today, it's still there. Like, I don't think it would ever really go away because it's great music. But I guess everyone's kind of like mix matching, like just meshing all kinds of sounds together.
Yeah.
Which is what I love to do. I can't really stick to one genre.
Because even Warning that I listened to, even though it was a Biggie sample, like the whole energy that you were bringing singing it, the whole instrumental kind of change up a little bit, and I realized it's like, yo, okay, this is like a progression. But I still feel that personally, like R&B from those days is like, you know, like sort of the love song tunes, and that's where I kind of feel that R&B is stemmed from. But in your case, are you feeling that R&B should be as progressive to say, like, it doesn't have to be limited to just what it was stemming from in the past?
No, definitely not. I think music always changes and it grows, and I guess, it depends what you want to do. I don't think it should really change, but like I said, it depends on the artist, what the artist wants to do. With my Neo Nostalgia EP,
which I heard, yes.
Yeah, that was like very R&B, very nostalgic.
Was it kind of like a starting point to start your, you know, expression of music before, you know, having your original material, which we're going to go into in a bit, but was that kind of like a testing ground, so to say?
Yeah, and just a bit of fun. I mean, they're artists that I love, and I wanted to kind of switch it up a little bit. Yeah. And I thought, I mean, that would be great to like re-sing these tracks my way. And
you certainly did. Like I said, So Into You killed it.
Yeah.
Literally killed it.
Everyone's favorite.
It is. It's my favorite now. So you can add to those millions with +1 on that list.
Okay.
From a different cloth, so why you wanna act like we have the same textures? You didn't hear about the shit we went through, feeling like we're panicking whenever the rest do.
You featured on the album Powers, which was at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
You know, Davinche.
That was insane.
I heard the whole promo and lead up to it was mad. I heard.
It's like, was it like 32 artists, 14 days?
Like 2 weeks,
like,
yeah?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo. Like, was it pressuring to get yourself... How did you get involved in the first place? Was it a thing that Davinche called to say, yo, man needs you here, you know?
Well, he produced Warning. So, yeah, we had to work on something again. And he was like, you know what, you'd be great on this project I'm working on. I was like, yeah, let's get in and let's do it.
Okay, so how did you get to know Davinche in the first place? Was it a thing like you were out and then you know kind of met naturally, or how did it come about with you and him?
Well, him and my manager's really good friends.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out Michael Payne.
I know.
So yeah, like he introduced me, and once he heard my stuff, he was like, yeah, I'd love to work with her, and likewise.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now I've done some digging.
Okay.
I've done some digging. Now I've heard that obviously your Twitter's clean. I've heard, like, so to say, you know, like you know, keep it as clean as possible.
Clean as can be, yeah.
Clean as can be. But I have heard some interesting facts that I wanted to find out about. Okay. So the first thing is that you actually like white chocolate.
Yeah.
You took my heart. When I saw that, I thought like I eat white chocolate on a regular basis.
Like I don't think, it's not like loved enough. Like people don't talk about it enough. Like,
no, it's just like you got milk chocolate and dark chocolate, but it's just like that's dead. That's dead to me. It's just like I have something different, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's your favorite white chocolate?
You know the buttons, like I love them.
The Milky, like the Milky Way buttons.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I love those.
I love those.
Yeah.
Like I mean the thing is like if I'm around the corner to my local like newsagent, there is like you know them bars that are worth like 50p.
Yeah, the Milky Bar.
Yeah, kind of Milky Bar rip-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always buy them. Like I bring them home and I eat them before my mom has a chance to eat them because it's so cool. I also found out that you are Leo.
Yes.
Yes, because is it the 8th of August?
Yes.
Because it came up and you said that it's my birthday, and I was like, okay, cool. So what on your birthdays, like, how do you turn up? Like, do you go out with your girls, or do you have a quiet night in?
Well, honestly, the last few years, it's been like really kind of quiet, like really intimate family stuff. Okay. But I've promised myself, like next year, whether it's either Bali or like Vegas, very different.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna.
You gonna go to the casinos and all that, or are you just gonna go for the entertainment, like?
For the entertainment, just to experience it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Might get on stage. You never know.
You got to take me in a suitcase with you. I'll go through with you. I've been to a few casinos while I was in Canada. I was on a winning streak, and I thought like, when I got to the point I was losing, I thought, let me stop that. I also found out that you tasted squid quite some time back.
Yeah.
How was that?
I didn't even know it was squid.
How did you not know it was? What did you surely must have ordered it? Like, what happened?
No, it was like like, you know, one of those shared dishes.
Yes.
There was like
like the
chicken,
platters and stuff.
Everything was fried, yeah, like chicken and squid, and it all just looked the same. And I was just caught up in conversation, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let me try this. And like, yeah, it tasted good for like about 2 seconds. Then I got to like the core, and I was like, oh.
Was it sickly? Like
squishy.
Ugh. That's kind of the sort of thing that reminds me of like frogs and snails and stuff like that.
I haven't tried that.
No, I haven't tried that either.
I don't think I would.
I've got a phobia of snails, so I wouldn't even entertain the idea of eating them.
For me, it's like, I hate sushi. I know.
This interview's over. Like, I can't deal. Sorry. Like,
Yeah,
so
it's
you don't
really
like sushi?
squishy. Like salmon and stuff I can do, but just like, yeah, it's just too squishy.
Well, I mean, it has like the rice and the core bit in the middle. I'm surprised you don't like that.
Like seafood,
you had squid. How can sushi not be that good?
By accident. That was like by accident.
Would you eat squid again though?
No.
Okay.
Damn, bitches wanna take away my baby. Damn, bitches wanna take away my baby.
I also found out you're a bit of a sucker for romance.
Yes.
Now, seeing that obviously
more than a bit.
more than a bit. Oh wow. Okay. Cool.
Than
So I want to imagine something, right? So
Okay.
imagine I'm your Cupid.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm firing the arrow right at you,
Yeah.
and you got this romantic setting.
Yeah.
You know, you got everything that you want in terms of a magical night. Now, where would it be? Who would be your type of guy to be sitting across to you? What sort of food would you have, and what would be the ambience like? So put me in the mind of Allana Verde in terms of the romantic setting.
Like when I get asked this question, honestly, I have like many different ideas.
Okay.
I don't, just something spontaneous. It doesn't need to be like pressured and like have structure. Just something spontaneous, as long as like,
so it's out of the blue, someone calls you up, all right, we're doing this.
Yeah, or even like, I don't know why, I have like this little fantasy, a little bit extravagant, but
Okay.
little fantasy of like kind of getting a phone call. It's like, okay, so do you want to go out for breakfast? It's like, okay, yeah, let's go.
Okay.
But I have no idea where I'm going. And then all of a sudden, I just like end up at the airport, and we're off to like Paris, and I'm like, breakfast in Paris?
So it's kind of like the surprise element of it. That's what you like.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you a call in a couple of weeks, and I'll just say, look, listen, get your butt over here. We're going somewhere, and I'm not gonna tell you where it is.
Yeah.
We're gonna have breakfast somewhere, but I'm not gonna tell you where it is.
Yeah. But like I said, it doesn't have to be like as fancy as that. But just for me, it's like honestly, the little things that count. It's the effort. As long as you're making an effort.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got some ideas there, so you know, might see the romantic setting happen with me and her. You never know.
You got it like that. I'll be your secret. Cross me off your hit list. Your touch is orgasmic. You know that I like it.
You got a Broken Record EP. You just released that. How's the reception been for you so far since you released it?
Amazing. Like honestly, I couldn't like ask for more right now. It's only been like a few days since it came out. Well, Bad Side came out first, but like the rest of the EP came out on the 8th, and so far so good. Like I can't complain.
Okay.
Really, really happy.
Okay, because you had like Warning, you had Shades. Like when I seen that video, I was like, yo, okay, cool. That's 50 Shades of Grey sort of stuff going on here. I'm like, yeah, I was invested in that properly. But obviously with the EP, yeah, I can see that you loved it. So with the EP going forward, what obviously you had Neo Nostalgia, now you've got Broken EP. What's the move going forward? What's happening for you? We've got any collaborations? Are you doing new projects? What's the move?
Well, there is still a lot to do with the EP, videos to release, and like radio touring, and pushing it as much as I can. Okay. There are a few collaborations coming up.
Can you give me a exclusive cheeky one?
No.
Can you give me a clue at least? Is it female or male?
Variety.
Variety. Okay. Is there anyone that I think I might know?
Yes.
Okay. Are they quite known in the scene, or are they upcoming? Like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quite big.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
I was trying to dig at you, try and get some names and stuff. Okay, fair enough. So Allana, it's been a pleasure to speak with you.
Yeah,
if you could tell our audience where they can catch you on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, the whole works, tell them right here.
Okay, so for my socials, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, everything, it's Allana Verde, ALLANA VERDE. So yeah. look me up.
Check her out. She's one of the main features to come out. I want to see a lot more from her, even next year and the year after. Keep continuing. Break out in style, girl.
Yeah.
This is J Billz for Media Spotlight UK. We're back. More interviews coming, and we're out. Peace.
Take me 50 shades.